Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you today. And I'm so excited to connect with you today. Hope you are doing well, keeping safe, and growing personally and professionally with every passing year. It's so nice that you have taken out time to join today for your personal development. And I'm so glad to be part of this great journey of yours. So I just can't simply wait to see you growing and achieving great heights in your life. Please write hello in chat and from where you are joining from, and what did you decide to do today? How are you going to utilize your day for learning and doing something great today? So please join it. And those who don't know me, I just give a quick introduction about me. I'm Neetu Chaudhary with 20 years of experience. I help people grow in their life. So I do various things, but in one word, if I have to define, I say I speak to inspire. So whatever I do in my life, it is to inspire people for them to achieve great heights in their life. And we are almost at end of the month. So I would love to hear from you about what did you learn in this quarter and what is your plan for the last quarter? How are you planning to invest in October, November, and December? Remember, you don't spend only time or money, but you invest yourself in your personal development. And if you're not achieving your full potential, you are being selfish because you're depriving world from achieving by seeing your true self and the way you can contribute. So just keep developing yourself and helping the world to see that how much you can contribute for them. And I'm so happy for you. And right now we are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Yeah, YouTube also we are live right now. I started this series to help you. It's a personal development series, and we have spoken about a lot of topics until now. I think we have spoken about getting unstuck, self-love, fear of failure, time management, personal management, personal growth, a lot of things we have spoken about. So if you have missed any of the episodes, please go back and see. The live streaming is recording will be available on all three platforms. Seema ji, hi, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. So, and feel free to use these resources which I'm sharing with you, with your friends and family, because remember, we grow as a tribe. There is no growth in isolation. So, we have to help each other in growing. So, feel free to share these resources with your friends and family and experiment with it, whether it works for you or not, and then share feedback with me so that I can enhance it and share with other people. So, we'll grow completely as a tribe. It's so beautiful. Now, one thing I want to tell before I start up talking about today's discussion is today's talk may hurt you. So, if you are really thinking of something good and pleasant and that will make you happy, please don't join. You can drop off right now. But if you're ready to really introspect and reflect on your life, then please continue joining. So the first thing is that what is stopping us from growing? What is stopping you from what is the biggest hurdle in your life, which is stopping you from achieving great heights? And I'll give the example of it before we start. Once I was going from my home to some far place by taxi, and I observed that driver. The moment I sat, he was talking over phone with somebody, with his family member. So I thought, okay, he's talking for some time. After that, he'll like switch off the phone. He kept on talking for 45 minutes while driving, and I was just observing him. What exactly is he doing? This shows the unprofessionalism of that person. He is being paid for providing a good service. Now, he did not check whether the client who's sitting behind wants peace or want a silence, or they interested in listening their personal conversation. Are they okay with the loud radio or not? He was not focused on the road. So this all shows the unprofessionalism of the taxi driver. Now, this is one of the example, but I want you to reflect on your own life, the way you work, right from the you get up till you sleep at night. How do you work? What are you doing exactly? And I want you to see behavior around you as well. I observe it a lot, and I have hundreds and hundreds of examples for that. We see people at the counter in offices busy behind the counter chit chatting with each other, and the client is waiting at the counter in long queue. They are just busy with themselves. Or I have seen people going to office late and leaving early, or going to office just logging in and then going out for breakfast and spending hours in lunch and all, not being customer focused. All these shows unprofessionalism, and that is the biggest hurdle in people personal development for anybody. See, remember one thing: you will excel in life when you are truly truthful and authentic and professional for yourself and your job. If you don't love what you do, change it, but don't be unprofessional with it. I'll give some a very interesting story is there, I'll share with you. Please write in comments what from where you are joining and what is your learning story. I would love to hear from you. On the very first day in office, President Abraham Lincoln, when he entered to give his inaugural address, one man from there stood up. He was a very rich aristocrat, and he stood up and he said, "Mr. Lincoln, you should remember, you should not forget that your father used to make shoes for my family." Now, he was trying to put Abraham Lincoln down, and the whole Senate started laughing. But some people, they are made of entirely different metal, and Lincoln was one of them. Lincoln looked at the man directly in his eyes and said, "Sir, I know that my father was making shoes for your family and for many people sitting over here because he was the best shoemaker in city. He was a creator, he was an artist, he was a craftsman. And his shoes were not just only shoes. He poured his heart, soul, and spirit in his shoes. And I want to ask you one thing," he continued, and he asked that person, "Do you have any complaints? Because if you have any complaint, I also make shoes, and I can make shoe for you, a new pair of shoe if you have any complaint." Imagine president of a country is telling this to a person. And then he continued, said, "So far, I have never heard anybody complaining about shoes of my father. He was a genius. He was a creator. He was an artist. And I'm so proud of my father." And that's the level of professionalism he was showing. So this kind of audacity or the conviction or confidence comes from when you really love what you do and you are 100% authentic with whatever you are doing. So today only I have posted on LinkedIn that if you don't love what you're doing, it's time to do something what you really love, because this world needs people. Whatever you are doing, whether you are doing a beautician job or you are making a website or you are cleaning a road or you are approving something, whatever you are doing, the most important thing is that be 100% authentic in what you are doing. If you are not doing, you are doing injustice to yourself and to the world. It's for the world as well. So be 100% authentic. That's the most important thing, and that's the most biggest hurdle I see, and so many people's life, that when they don't grow. So if you want to grow, be professional, be authentic to yourself. The next biggest hurdle people faces, or the biggest reason why people don't grow, is they don't respect their job. And why do they don't respect their job? Because they say that I'm just a clerk, I'm just a janitor, I'm just a house help, I'm just a manager, I'm not the CEO, I'm just a finance guy, I'm just a salesperson. You're not just that person. And for this, I will share one interesting story about NASA. During a visit to NASA Space Center in around 1962, President Kennedy noticed a janitor, and he was carrying a broom and he was cleaning. So he interrupted his tour and he went and he walked to that person, the janitor, and he asked, "Hi, I'm Kennedy. What are you doing?" Janitor responded, "I'm helping to put a man on the moon." That was the response of a janitor at NASA. So he was so proud of his job. He did not say that I'm just cleaning, I'm just a janitor, I'm cleaning the floor. No. His vision was that I'm contributing in such a big mission of putting a man on Mars. I'm part of that mission and I'm helping them to put man on Mars. He was part of that. So he was so proud of his work. And that's what, if you love what you do and you respect your job, no matter what you are doing, if you respect it, you will grow in life. I have seen so many people, those who have achieved great heights in their life because they are professional, they love what they do, they respect their clients, and they're extremely client focused. So at this point, I want you to reflect. Don't talk to anybody, don't share with anybody, just talk to yourself and see, are you really 100% professional? Are you having the audacity and confidence to say, yes, I love what I'm doing and I'm doing 100% best as per my knowledge? Do you have that audacity? And are you respecting your job? Whatever job you are doing, are you respecting it? If you're doing it, there is nothing that anybody can stop you from growing. So this was one of the second hurdle that people see, that why they are not growing. And these are so prominent reason which nobody talks about. But if you see the successful people in your life, you will see that this is very common factor. They are so professional, they go office on time, they leave office on time, they treat every single client as VIP client. They do their best. I'm not saying that they have to be the best in the world. No, nobody is the best. We all continuously grow, but you have to be the best. So are you doing your job properly? Are you respecting your job? That's the most important thing. Remember, if you don't respect your job, if you don't respect your efforts and contribution, nobody in the world is going to do that. First, you have to believe in your work and believe in your job. That's the most important thing. Another important reason which people don't grow is not taking charge of your life. Oh God, this is so, so, so common. People say that my boss is responsible, my manager, my employer, government, everybody in the world is responsible for my development except one person. That is me. I'm not responsible for my life, my growth, my personal development, my happiness, my prosperity. I'm not responsible. What is this? What are we doing? Start taking charge of your life. No matter what happens in the world, you always have choice to take control and take what next step you want to take in your life. So wherever you are, whatever your financial condition is, whatever your social economic status, whatever your education is, what is your vision? Write it. And what one step you can take today with available resources, just take that step. Start taking charge of your life. If you expect others to do something for you, then the whole life you will be waiting, and on your deathbed you will be having only regrets. And remember, pain of regret is much heavier and excruciating than the pain of failure. So just take charge of your life and go ahead, do things. Don't expect anybody else, any angel or anybody to come and help you. You are responsible for yourself because you have all resources. You don't need anybody. You have all resources to take one step and then another and then another, and the path will reveal it for yourself. So don't expect your boss or your company to make some courses for you. You want to do some course, you want to learn something. If company is not providing, invest time, invest money, go and learn it. Prove yourself that you are worthy of that position. Remember one thing, opportunity arises when you're ready for it. It's not the other way around. So prepare yourself for the opportunities which you want them to come in your life. This is the most important hurdle people face. So start taking charge of your life. Another big reason, oh God, movement versus achievement. For this, I'll tell one story. I love science and maths. So when I was in grade fourth, I think we had a topic of distance and displacement. And my physics teacher explained to me that suppose a house has 4 rooms, one, two, three, four, and I have a box to move from room number one to some other room. So I took a box from room number one to room number two, from two to three, three to four. And again, it has gone from four to one. Either I moved or somebody moved. Now, when my mother comes and says, you have not moved the box, it's at the same place, right? So the distance is the whole house, but the displacement is zero. And the same thing is for the movement and achievement. I moved the box in the whole house, but I have not achieved anything. And that example, when my teacher explained me, it's so stuck in my brain forever that I think you have to focus more on achievement rather than the movement. I have seen people being busy. They are busy whole day doing something, but at the end of the day, when they ask, what did you do? We don't know. We were just too busy figuring out how to keep our schedule on time. So we all of us have 24 hours, those who achieve and those who do not achieve. Just see what achievers are doing. They are prioritizing. They are using Pareto principle of 80-20. What is it 20% of the work you can focus on to get 80% of result, rather than wasting 80% of efforts for 20% of results? So just see your whole day schedule, write down full day, what are you doing, and see what is the 20% things I need to really focus on to get 80% success in my life. And remember, being busy is not something you're productive or you're achieving something. So prioritize and use your time more effectively. This is so common thing, mistakes people do, and they don't even realize. They see that, okay, my schedule is busy, still I'm not growing. Yeah, because full day you're doing things which you are not even like, which is not productive. And auditing your time, that's beautiful example. Audit your time and see what are you doing exactly. So this is very important. And the next one, today I'm sharing only 5 of them, but there are other reasons also, but these are the top 5 reasons I'm sharing with you. Another reason, not mastering mundane tasks. Whatever you are doing, it could be the smallest thing as making tea in morning or coffee in morning for yourself, or maybe driving to your office, or maybe sending a meeting invite, or maybe giving a presentation. It could be a very routine mundane task. But if you are not mastering those mundane tasks, those small things which you are doing every day, how will you master big things in your life? I want to pause here for a second and I want you to think about it. Are you really mastering your mundane task? The way you make tea, if you feel there is some improvement required in it, or the way you make coffee, or the way you drive car, do you think that you can improve it little bit every single day? So when you start mastering small tasks which you are doing, that time the life starts changing, because it's not about those small tasks. It's about your habit. You're developing the habit. You are creating new neural pathway to make the habit of learning and continuously improve. So don't think about the big achievements that if I have something big, then only I will improve it. Otherwise, life will go on like this. Every single thing you are doing every day, whatever you are doing, whether it's opening the door for the clients, or giving the water to the client, or asking them, may I help you, or working with your child on their homework, or doing any presentation, or making finance book, or anything you are doing, can you improve little bit today than what did you do yesterday? And these mundane small tasks, when you master them and when they accumulate, they becomes a huge success. And this is a secret of every single person who has achieved anything. And I'll give some of the examples. And before that, I'll say the name of people of whom I'm taking. They have not paid me. It's not a paid promotion. In fact, most of the people don't know that I'm going to take their names today. And some of them are not even on these social platforms, but I'm taking their name because they are achieving great heights. The first one is a very simple person, my house help. His name is Naveen, and he's doing brilliant job. The way he does household things for me, I don't think even I could have done it if I'm doing it all alone. And I depend on him so much for all these things. He's perfect in his job, whatever he does. So this is so nice. He's just a house help, but he's doing so excellent job that I talk about him with everybody with whom I meet. Another beautiful example is that my very good friend Seema, she has started a business with the Pink Blink Beauty Lounge, and she's extremely customer focused. Any problem anybody says, and she immediately fixes that for her clients. She has a hairdresser with the name Rose, and she does brilliant job. Like, I don't think even she's joining today, she knows that I'm taking her name, but she's doing excellent job in what she is doing. My colleague Udman, Sheikh Udman, his name, the DP World colleague, my old colleague, he was known as a person who, like, if anything given to him, it will be done. And he was person like among our team that any problem, just go to him and he will fix it for us. And I really want with Seema ji and all people, if you are there, please write your name and say hello to everyone, because you're doing brilliant job and I'm so proud of you. So Udman, if you're there, please say hello to everyone over there, because he is a person on whom anybody can rely on. Like, whole team depends on him for that. Especially I was depending on him a lot, because anything given to him, consider it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And the same way, the team which has developed the website for me, Hubble Web team, Darshan and Suresh, if you're there, please say hello to everyone. They have done excellent job, and when people see my website, they ask me who has developed it, please give us contact details. So they have done brilliant job, and they know how much I have troubled them, like with so many changes, and I have been very particular about things, and they have been so patient. So these are some of people with who, they are not like the Steve Jobs or the Elon Musk or all big people, but whatever they are doing so perfectly, so professionally. They are doing justice to their job. They are client focused. They are doing everything to grow in their life from where they are. And the same thing I adopt in my trainings. When I give trainings, I, for 1 hour training, I spend hours, 18, 20, 30 hours to create the content. And that leaves the audience with the wow. And that changes their whole perception towards life and towards work in their life. So your efforts can be seen in your work when you're truly genuine to your work. So be so good at your work, whatever you are doing, like a craftsman you do. Be so good that people cannot ignore you. You become so irresistible. They can't ignore you even if they want to. So I just want to leave you with this message that just be excellent in whatever you are doing. It doesn't matter if you're cleaning a road or you are running a business or you are cutting somebody's hair or helping your team member or developing a website. Just be so good that people will say, oh God, I can't ignore this person, I can't ignore this lady, I can't ignore this business because they are so good. Even if I don't like them, I have to go to them. So be good like that, and I wish you all the best. If you have any questions, please write and I'll answer you. And I'll be more than happy to see you growing in your life. Just love what you do, and if you don't, start doing what you love. Thank you so much for joining.